Hello. Um, I am here at Paige's Sun and Sweets, and I wanted to show you a really healthy, tasty drink that I made last summer, and I started thinking how I would like to have that again. So it's called watermelon orange turmeric with ginger in it. So the recipe calls for 7 cups of watermelon cubed, 2 to 3 bunches of your ginger, 18 ounces of orange juice, which is about 6 or 7 oranges, and about 3/4 teaspoon of your turmeric. So I have done some of the work already, but I'm not going to do the oranges this time because I'm being lazy. Well, really, I found an orange juice that is great. This is at Sam's, and it is fresh squeezed. It is just amazing. So what I did is I went ahead and I cut up the watermelon, and this is the ginger, and I wanted to show you what it looked like before I put it in so you can kind of see. It calls for 3 nodes. This is about 2.5. And I'm going to tell you, if you don't like ginger, it's kind of, you want to be careful on how much you put in because it gives it a kick. So I'm going to go ahead and make this so that you can see such great benefits from this. This is just a great drink. So right here I've already have about 7 cups of watermelon already cut up, and I'm going to put that in, and I'll try not to be so messy. All right. And before I put the orange juice or anything else in, I think I'm going to go ahead and blend that up a little bit. And hopefully everything, if I remember correctly, everything did fit in here. So we're going to go ahead, and I think I'm just going to pulse it. Alright, so that helps take it down a little bit. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut up this ginger a little bit. Now, I'm not the best. You can probably see that I still have some of the skin on there. There's nothing wrong with that. So what I'm going to do is I have my little board here, and I'm going to go ahead and cut them up just a little bit more so that it's going to blend a little nicer. Now, once again, if you've not eaten ginger, and I'm doing this with my wrong knife, so just a second. Okay, you don't want to do it with that kind of a knife. All right, so I'm going to chop up my ginger just to make it so that when I get ready to put it in the blender, that it will kind of blend a little bit better. And I just bought this ginger today, so it's very fresh. Sometimes they can be kind of soft and maybe they're not that fresh. But this ginger here is extremely fresh, and I like that, which means I may have to blend it up just a little bit more, but that's okay. I was going to be kind of sneaky and make something different, and I thought, no, keep it the same. And I was going to cut up some fresh mango and stick that in there. And you know what? You could do that. You could change. You could do what you want to do. But this is just a very healthy drink for you. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put that ginger in there. And this ginger is going to give it a kick. A very, I promise you, a kick, okay? So you want to be careful. Plus you're having turmeric in there, that's going to have a kick of its own. Now, I would have squeezed oranges, but I'm going to go ahead and put 18 ounces of this fresh squeezed orange juice, which, oh, my family just drinks this up. It is just amazing. Completely. They have a machine right next to it, and if you get there, you can actually watch them do the orange juice in front of you. So, there we go. Okay. And then last but not least, you want to go ahead and you're going to put your turmeric in. Maybe you want to put fresh turmeric. Be careful when you touch this because everything turmeric touches turns yellow. So it's 3/4, so I'm going to put 1/4 in here 3 times, and I might be generous with this only because it's so healthy for you. 2 and 3. I usually just do a pinch, and I'm not really good at following directions, but I'm trying to be good because one, you might want to make this. All right, so we're going to go ahead, post it. And once again, this kind of acts up on me sometimes because it's really not your, I really need a juicer. Anybody feel sorry for me? Maybe they can get me a juicer. Just hold on a second. I'm gonna have to take this off of here, open it up. I do have my little plunger, but I don't know where that is, so I'm just gonna make sure that there's nothing by the blades. Sorry about that. This happens to me all the time because I need to get a juicer. Period. If I'm going to start making these, and especially if I'm going to be online. But you know, it's good just to show you that, see, nothing's perfect. You know, people get on here and they're like, yeah, everything's just perfect. That's not with me. Everything is not perfect. So, at least not with me. Double check because of the ginger, and I don't like a lot of pulp, so if I feel like there's too much pulp in there because of the ginger, I might, and I'm sure there is a little bit. So what I'm going to do, just to make sure we don't have pulp, and this is something that you can do. I was expecting to do this, so I'm gonna have to leave you for just a minute. So what I'm going to do is put this on here. That way I won't get the pulp in there, because my son, if he drinks this, he will not drink it with the pulp. And I'm going to go ahead and pour that through. And make sure that I get just the actual juice. Nothing's wrong with the pulp. That's probably really good for you. I'm just not going to use it. I'm telling you, this is the first time I made this drink. I basically fell in love. It was so good. I was like, oh no, I have to make this again. And then I didn't make it because, you know, things happen. You get busy. So I'm still trying. Yeah, there's a lot of pulp. I'm glad I'm straining this out. And the pulp is only coming from the ginger. And you can see all that watermelon and all of that, what it comes down to. So once you make this, you're going to fall in love with it. And if you want to go online, you can kind of see, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a PhD or anything, but go online and you can see what benefits you can get from ginger and what you can get from turmeric. Now you already know you can get vitamin C from your oranges, and since this was freshly squeezed oranges, that is even better. You don't have all that processed stuff in there to keep it long. So this orange juice, when you buy it, it's not going to last really long because it's freshly done. And then of course the watermelon is straight from the watermelon. So you really are getting a very healthy, no sugar added drink that has benefits for you, so that if you want a really refreshing cold drink, but you want to be healthy and you want to know what's in it, I suggest this is something that you make. You can make it pretty. I have a picture that I'll put on that you can see what it looks like. You can put these in glasses and put a little mint leaf on it and just make it extremely, I don't know, decorative, if that's what you want to call it. Okay, so I'm hoping you can see this. Okay. I have a hard time setting up my camera sometimes and where to look, and it's sideways, so I really don't know. So if my head is cut off a little bit or I'm not looking right at you, don't judge me. Just like the product. Okay, so once again, the recipe is 6 to 7 squeezed oranges, or you can cheat and get some orange juice. And then you want to have 7 cups of watermelon cut up into cubes. You want to have about 3 notes, depends on you when it comes to ginger, because it's very spicy. I did 2.5. But I make ginger shots, so now I'm pretty used to the ginger, so 3 wouldn't have bothered me. And then you have 3/4 teaspoon of your turmeric, and that's it. And I'm just trying to get all that goodness out of there. All of that goodness out of there. And after all of that, you can see that it only makes really just about this much. But I'm going to taste it for you. Sorry, I wish I had my clear cup so you can see it, but this is so good, so good. So, oh, it definitely has a kick. Maybe nobody else will drink this but me, but it's very good. So I hope that you enjoyed this healthy video. Although I am just slamming sweets, I make a lot of healthy things, and this is something that you will really like. Hold back on the ginger if you don't want a spicy kick, but if you don't mind, then follow those directions and let me know what you think. Thank you.